Welcome back to the Pro Sports Podcasters on YouTube. My name is Cobe. Some of you know me as Cobe if you follow the podcast. And today I'm going to take a look at the NFL All-Day Marketplace. Now, we've gone over a few different things about it in previous episodes, targeting specific, position players at a significant discount because they were under $10 for the most part. But today I really want to take a look at what some of the rare values are at and whether or not you should be buying them now and snatching them, adding them to your collection. Now, I've been charting the marketplace over the last couple of weeks, and I have a number of players that I've picked out that I specifically want to target, and I've been charting their values over the last week or so in order to see where the market's at, and I've figured out a few things as to how the market has been changing and what it is that's causing these drastic changes. I'm going to begin with just a couple of commons. These are like high value commons that you might be after. And then I'm going to look at some of the rares because we've had a few followers ask about those specifically. So I'll begin with the commons. Let's just look at a couple of quarterbacks to begin with. Let me scroll through here. This is most recent listings. Okay, so we got Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow is currently at $98. And this is kind of an interesting one to follow because this particular debut moment from Joe Burrow, which is a common, it was at $200 previous to the Week 14 replay drop. After that drop happened, in which this particular moment is from, it dropped down to $125 within 6 hours of that drop. And now, a few days later, it's at $98, so literally half value. Okay? We got Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was $75 a week ago. He's down to $41. And this is just a matter of it slowly dipping down over time. Just so you know, Josh Allen was going for about $150 a week ago. And last I checked, he was down to $95. And those are just three high value commons that have significantly dipped over the last week. Now let's specifically look at some of the rares. So let's flip over to rare here. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, Robert Quinn is one of my target rares. A week ago, Robert Quinn was $75. He's currently down to $61. Jalen Phillips, a week ago, was $100. He's at $99, so he's actually held strong. Now, part of this is probably due to the fact that I don't think he was available in one of the replay drops, but there's more to it than that. Justin Simmons, another great example. So Justin Simmons 1 week ago was $90. He's now down to $42. And again, this Justin Simmons rare was available in that week 14 replay drop. My wife actually hit the Justin Simmons rare in that particular drop on one of her standard packs. And again, before the drop, $90. A few days later, now $42. Now let's get in to why these drops are happening and what I think you should do in regards to some of these higher value rares or higher value commons that you might be targeting. People believe that the reason these prices are going down is because more moments are now available on the marketplace. As these replays happen, you have far more moments being opened and now available in comparison to a community that hasn't grown that much since they basically opened the marketplace. That is not the case. That's not why this is happening. Okay, it's got nothing to do with that. Just because there are some more moments available, even if you increase the moment percentage by 20%, which is not the case, but even if you do, that's not going to cause things to go down by 50%. In some cases, even more than that. So what's really going on here is that you have a number of people in the community, a large percentage, obviously, who are not real football fans, first of all. They're really in it just for the NFT and the lottery's sake. So what's going on here is you'll see a small dip in prices previous to a drop. And that made complete sense to me. That's always been the case, even with NBA Top Shot, where people will sell off some of the moments they're not that personally interested in order to add some bank to their Dapper account to buy the next packs, right? Get a little bit of a discount on them. What's happening with NFL All Day right now is that you may get a little bit of a dip previous to a pack drop, but you get a huge dip after, because what you have is a number of people in the community that are buying packs, cracking it, pretty much like a scratch ticket, okay? All they're really hoping for is a low serial on whoever they happen to get, because they don't know who these players are, or hitting a legendary or a big rare. That's what it's all about. It's quite literally a lottery every single week. They spend their money, they crack their pack, they hope they get a low serial or a legendary, and if they don't, they immediately resell those moments on the marketplace the second the marketplace opens. And there's so many of them that it becomes a selling frenzy, right? Everyone tries to undercut everyone in order to try and get theirs sold as quickly as possible to recoup as much as they can from their initial investment. And then whatever they end up selling them for, let's say they bought a standard pack and they get 3 moments in it and they didn't hit a rare and they didn't hit any low serial that they want to keep, they sell those 3 moments, say at an average of $10 a moment, to recoup $30 of the $50 that they spent. It sits in their Dapper account. They wait for the following week. They spend the additional $20 in order to get the next pack, hoping to maybe crack a legendary or a low serial, rinse, repeat. And as a result of that, you have these moments that are continuously going down, continuously. If there are any target moments that you're specifically after and you're not sure when to pull the trigger on them, one of the first things I would do is I would check to see if there are still a lot of them left, right? So click on the moment. Like for instance, let's just get this going again. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to select one of the moments I'm interested in. Let's go with Myles Garrett. One of the best pass rushers in the league by far, just a physical freak. Bring up Myles Garrett. Okay, so Myles Garrett was on my list, put him on my list a week ago. At that point, he was, where are we? $170. He's down to $91. If I open it up, there's still 202 hidden in packs, and he is a rare, right? There's only 1,200 of these available. So a fifth of them are still in packs, which tells me at some point there's a good chance they're going to have some kind of a replay or an additional drop that includes some more Myles Garretts. So what I want to do is I want to wait for that replay or additional drop, whatever the next they decide to go with, and look for that particular moment to be a part of it. If it is, I could take a total gamble and buy the pack, but I'm probably better off just waiting for the market to go through its phase of closing down until all the packs are sold, and then reopening again and giving it maybe a couple of hours of selling before he hits his bottom at that point. And at that point, he may be worth purchasing. I may even be better off waiting even longer at that point, because now the new low has been set. As people decide, what am I going to do with particular moments? Which ones do I want to keep? Because he's a defensive player, there's a good chance it may go down even a little bit more as others decide to maybe drop some of their defensive players previous to the next drop in order to maybe hit on an offensive player that they're really after. So this is what I've been doing lately. The only moments I'm buying right now are $10 or below. That is it. And that's because they've already bottomed, right? That's the bottom. Pretty much any moment in NFL all day should be $20 or more. It really should. Even the most dirt shit common should be $20 or more, right? The only time you might go lower than that if it's like a punter common, maybe then you're going to go lower than that. But for the most part, you're looking at 20 and above for every single moment. As you get into better players, it's significantly higher. When you look at rares should begin at $100. They really should. I mean, a punter rare should be $100, really. Any decent rare should be significantly more. So, anything you buy now below those values, you're still going to make money on long term, but you might as well make the maximum. And if that's the case, wait. I'm telling you right now to wait. If it's below $10, go ahead. It's already bottomed out. If it drops a couple more dollars after you buy it, who cares? Who gives a damn? Because you're still going to make your money down the road when the season begins in 2022. And that's my advice to you. That's really what it comes down to. So if you're interested in collecting some of the rares, and you really should be, if you're a fan of Top Shot and you've been on the NBA Top Shot platform, you'll know that a lot of challenges will specifically involve rares, right? They'll make that a priority. If they do the tiered challenge system with NFL All Day, I don't know if it's necessary, but if they do, then you could have like a basic tier that just, includes, let's say, the top receivers on Sunday, but then you may have a second level tier above that where, you have to include 3 rares amongst those in order to get the second level. And if they go one level above that, it may even have to include, say, 1 legendary. But rares generally become an important factor with challenges. At least that's what Dapper Labs has shown us in the past. So have your rares that you want to target. Do not jump on them right away. Check to see if there's still a lot remaining in packs, which means there could be a replay release or an additional release that includes them. And just chart down the value and watch. Just watch what they do. Eventually you'll know when they bottom out. You'll know. And even have like maybe a low point that you're willing to purchase at. Right? For instance, I'm interested in Cortland Sutton. I know Cortland Sutton's going, I don't know what was he going before. So he was $90 a week ago. $90 a week ago, and now he's down to 47. So he's got 50% of his original value. But I've written down now, I've made some like buy points. Basically, if a rare drops below $30 that I'm really interested in, I'm just gonna buy it. That's a low enough point for me. It could go beyond that. I'm still not worried. So if he goes down another 50% from where he's at now, I'm on. I'm buying. So have that as maybe a target for you as well. If they don't get there, don't buy them. There's a good chance they'll get there. If they never get there, eventually you're going to know and you can make a decision if you want to buy them at that point or not. But until then, just stand pat. You want to load up on moments, buy the cheap ones for now. There's a lot of great moments under $10. Trust me. Some phenomenal players under $10 that are going to be featured. I guarantee you they're going to come into effect in challenges come next season. Till next time.